Hi guys, I'm Sebastian.
I'm Christine.
We're Ninth Island Connection. We get a lot of questions because of our content on where should I stay on the Strip? And that's really a loaded question.
That's a tough question, and you can't even answer that because every person is so different. What your preferences are not going to be the same as somebody else's. It's hard for us to try to tell somebody where you should stay because there's, again, so many factors. So first being the cost. Some people want to throw out money for a very higher end room that's has a lot more amenities to it. Other people use their room to sleep, shower, get ready, and they're out doing their thing. So there's such a wide range of prices. The other thing to take into consideration is location. So it depends if you've got tickets for a show, a concert, where you're gonna be, where you'd like to be, different restaurants. That's important because some things are easily accessible and other things are gonna take the cost of a Lyft ride to get to. So that's another thing to take into consideration. The other thing to take into consideration is the atmosphere. Some places are a more party, younger vibe, and some are a more relaxed vibe. And then of course, like everything in Vegas, there's the happy medium. So it just kind of depends what you like to do. So we're just gonna give a little bit of an overview of the different hotel and casino properties here on the Strip. And please feel free to comment below, ask us any questions for our specific properties. Check out our other room tours, our pool tours. We spend a lot of time here, so we know a lot about the different properties in Vegas. So please feel free to ask and check those videos out as well. So for us, we prefer to stay in the center of the Strip. So the center of the Strip would be from Planet Hollywood down to Harrah's, and then across the street, Mirage, over to Bellagio. That's kind of like the center of the Strip, and we like that area because it's accessible. There's a variety of different casinos and different atmospheres to kind of check out. You're not having to walk a lot when it's hot, walk a lot when it's cold. So that's where we personally prefer to stay.
So we're actually staying right now, I don't know if you can see that, but Bellagio fountains over our shoulders. We're actually staying at the Flamingo right now, and we love the Flamingo. And we, sometimes we get beat up a little bit about the Flamingo. People say, oh my gosh, a Flamingo is a dump, it's so old. It's the absolute, for us, the best location. You have the Link Promenade, which is amazing. You have access to the Link. If you can't get on your favorite table game at Flamingo, you can walk over to Cromwell, which is right there. You can walk over to the Link, you can walk over to Harrah's, or you can go right across the street to Caesar's Palace. So it's an absolute great location. I don't know, I feel like when you're staying in the center of the Strip, you get the best bang for your buck.
Yeah, like Sebastian said, the Flamingo, it is the oldest hotel on the Las Vegas Strip. They've remodeled the rooms over the years. It's not like the rooms that came up with this place. However, there are rooms that have been recently remodeled. There are rooms that are in need of remodel. So it is hit and miss, but it's a very fun vibe and very accessible to everything. Across the Link Promenade is the Link Casino and Hotel,
which used to be Imperial Palace, and then it was the Quad, and then it was just a big mess for a couple years.
And we stayed there, gosh, so long ago when it was like changing from Imperial Palace to the Quad, and it was a dump. It resembled the hotel from The Shining. So they have done an amazing job.
Actually, The Shining was nicer. The Shining was nicer. It was really a mess. But you know what? The Link has done an amazing job.
I agree. The casino, so nice.
So nice.
And the rooms at the Link, they're smaller, they're basic, there's nothing like spectacular. You can get suites. We've had some very nice rooms. Check out our videos on the different rooms that we've had at the Link. The pool is okay. Not our favorite pool on the Strip, but it's a great location. Again, if you're not somebody who cares about where you stay in your room, then that's the Link, the Flamingo, and then the next one, Harrah's. Now, Harrah's is right next to the Link.
Harrah's gets beat up a lot.
Yes.
Harrah's gets beat up a lot. I've seen videos where people are like, oh my gosh, Harrah's is a dump. If you haven't been to Harrah's, they've gone through a complete remodel. The lobby, the bars, the restaurants, the food hall. Every single room has been remodeled.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job.
So the correct thing to say is Harrah's was a dump. Harrah's is actually very nice now.
Really nice.
Some like really new, like fun, different dining options over there. And it's again close. It's right there across from the Ling Promenade. Carnival Court is between. They have a dueling pianos bar. So there's a lot happening at Harrah's. And again, it's Harrah's, Link, Flamingo. That's kind of like the fun party area, I would say, in the center of the strip, and all three very affordable.
Yes. As we move down, we categorize these as kind of your mid-rate. We have to say Paris, Planet Hollywood, and then Mirage. Now, Mirage is an MGM property, but it's kind of in the middle, right? It's not next to the rest of the MGM properties. It's out there on its own, doing its own thing, but it's a really fun little spot.
It is, and it's a great location. The rooms honestly could use some updating. It is an older hotel. The rest of the casino doesn't seem to fit the rooms, but again,
Yes,
if you
agreed.
don't care about the room, then you don't need to worry about that.
So then let's move on to Paris. Paris is great. I have to be honest, our very first stay at Paris, I don't know what happened. I don't think it was anything personal, but
We just got a bad room.
we got a bad room. They were in the middle of their room remodel, so not all of the rooms had been remodeled yet. And we happened to get a crappy room that hadn't been remodeled, and it was a complete mess. Not going to go into details, but it was a disaster.
But since then, they've completely redeemed themselves.
100%.
We've stayed there multiple times in different rooms and have absolutely loved it. They have probably one of my favorite pools on the strip as well.
Yes.
The rooms are all remodeled now, so you're gonna get like anywhere from a basic room up to a suite is gonna be nice and modern.
One thing I do have to say about the gaming, the table limits are a little bit higher. So you're not going to find $10 craps. You're not going to find $10 Pai Gow tables at Paris. The gaming is a little bit more expensive, but it's still a fun time. Plenty of table games. The casino is large. And if you're looking for a lower limit, you can walk over to Bally's, which it's connected, so you don't have to be outside. If it's too hot, too cold, you can just walk right through Paris. There's a little like corridor area where you can head over to Bally's for some lower limit table games.
And speaking of Bally's, we would kind of lump that into the lower costing rooms. Bally's is another older property. They have remodeled their rooms. I would say the Jubilee Tower is a little more dated than the Resort Tower. And it's like Flamingo, it's hit and miss on the rooms. Some are nicer than others, and they do have nicer rooms available if you want to upgrade. But again, if you don't care, that's a great place to stay because you have the Grand Bazaar shops there.
Yep.
It's connected with Paris, so you kind of have two casino resorts in one.
And outside of Bally's, just past the Grand Bazaar shops on Las Vegas Boulevard, there's a bridge right there, right into Bellagio. So if you're looking to check out Bellagio, the conservatory, all that fun stuff over there, you walk right outside of Bally's, right on the corner, there's a bridge that goes right over to Bellagio. So that's pretty good access for that too.
Yep, and between the two, there's plenty of different places to grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, and you really don't have to go outside.
Another really fun spot at Hollywood is personally one of my favorites.
I love Planet Hollywood.
Absolutely love Planet Hollywood. Pool area, they've got two separate pools with a big tent, sun deck in the center, Miracle Mile shops with tons of restaurants. You got the ABC store. I'm not affiliated with ABC stores, but I love them because you can get 99 cents big bottles of water and you can get cheap alcohol. So
Yep.
I love that
all
location.
Your snacks, yep, it's
all your
great.
snacks, all of that good stuff there. Now, the casino's not as big as some of the other properties, and they do have one main bar in the center, so it's a little bit, I don't know, I feel like you love it or you hate it. I love it.
It has great energy. Not that we're young, but I would say it's kind of a younger middle-aged crowd. There's not like, if you're kind of don't like the loud music and people dancing on tables, then Planet Hollywood Casino is not for you.
You like modern, trendy music. Planet Hollywood is pretty awesome.
And what I love about Planet Hollywood is from their most basic room to like we've stayed in some really nice rooms. These, if you're going to check out other videos that we've done, check out our Planet Hollywood room tours, because we have had some sweet suites there. But again, even their basic rooms are great. They're nice, clean, modern, and very spacious for our room here on the Strip. So we love Planet Hollywood. The best thing I have to say about Planet Hollywood is the access to the Miracle Mile shops, because whether it's hot or too cold, or that it gets raining, or well, sometimes snowing here, rarely, but you can stay inside and you have so many different dining options, shopping to do, and it's all right there.
Moving on to a little bit more higher end. So you have the Cosmopolitan, which is amazing. I love the Cosmopolitan. My favorite thing about Cosmopolitan right now, and I have no affiliation with any of these places, Momofuku. It's the best ramen in town. If you're staying at Cosmopolitan, go to Momofuku and get some of that pork belly ramen. Please.
Even if you're not staying at Cosmopolitan, the food there in between Block 16, Secret Pizza, Momofuku, the other restaurants there, it is a great place for dining. It's just more convenient if you're staying there. The rooms are gorgeous, their views are great, the casino's fun.
Cosmopolitan, you can actually get a balcony that you can use, which I know it's a myth, right? Are there balconies in Las Vegas? Cosmopolitan actually does have balconies for a lot of their rooms that you can access and be outside. It's pretty nice over there.
Yep. And next to Cosmopolitan would be Bellagio, which I would look at both Bellagio and Caesars. We could kind of lump them in to get together, because Bellagio is like the high end for MGM. And their rooms are beautiful. They have a giant tub. We're a big fan of tubbies, so we love Bellagio. The casino's beautiful. There's higher end dining options there. Of course, the fountains, the conservatory, and you have access to the tram. So, and it's a great location. Again, if you want cheaper options for dining or gambling, you can just cross the street. You
can, right across the street. You're right in Bally's.
Yeah.
So really good, really nice spot, depending on what you're looking for.
And then Caesars is my favorite of the bougie hotels to stay at. I love Caesars Palace. Their rooms from basic on up are great. Most of them have jacuzzi tubs, which are fantastic after you're walking around all day to soak your feet or soak your whole body. The pool is amazing. That's our favorite pool.
Wait, they're pools, because they have like 7 different pools there. So I mean, it's really, really worth it. Caesars is going through a remodel right now. They remodeled their entire food court. They're remodeling their entire lobby area as we speak. So they're kind of low key stepping up their game.
Yeah. But it's a classic, iconic. Again, it's older, but it's a very just classy place to stay. And again, it's one of those places like Planet Hollywood that has the forum shops there. So if you don't feel like dealing with the elements here or the people here in Vegas, you can just kind of stay in Caesars.
Absolutely. They've got multiple casinos, but again, your limits are going to be a little bit higher.
And inside of Caesars is Nobu, which is a very small kind of
It's a hotel trendy within a hotel.
Yes. And we've stayed there before, and it was very bougie, very nice. They sent us up like a cute little snack pack. You have key access elevators. It's very secure. And then you have access to all of Caesars as well. Was it super over the top? I wouldn't say.
No.
For the price, but again, you know,
it's worth checking out. I mean, if you're coming to Vegas, you're looking to have a one-of-a-kind experience, something that not a lot of people get, because Nobu is smaller, so they're sold out a lot. They are actually, majority of the time of the year, they are sold out. So if you can get there, even if it's just one night and then you change hotels to say that you experienced it, I definitely highly recommend it.
The last hotel and casino that's located in the center strip is the Cromwell, which is right next to the Flamingo. It's a smaller casino. It's very clean, chill, has great drink service. The hotel is smaller as well. It's more boutique, but very nice, trendy rooms, and it is dog friendly.
Now let's move on down to Aria.
So yes, while we're on the topic of bougie hotels, right next to Bellagio and the Cosmopolitan going on the street is Aria, Vidara, and the Waldorf Astoria.
Aria is awesome.
Aria's a beautiful casino. The rooms are beautiful. It's a very nice, classy place. And it's a quieter crowd. So if you are looking for a more relaxing, quieter experience, Aria is the place to stay. And their sister property is Vdara. So Aria is not dog friendly, but Vdara is, and Vdara's kind of mixed use. We did stay at Vdara once, and we absolutely loved it. The only thing, the downfall of Vdara is that there is no casino. So if you want to gamble, you have to go over to Aria or something nearby.
And there are no restaurants. There's a Starbucks in the lobby. There's a lobby bar near registration. Really, that's it for Vdara. But Vdara is one of those places, if you're looking for a Vegas getaway where when you get back to your hotel, you're still on Las Vegas Boulevard, but you're not dealing with the madness of Las Vegas Boulevard, which majority of the time is a casino that you have to walk through to get to the lobby, to get to your hotel, and all of that craziness. Vdara is actually really great for that.
So I guess that could be, I say a downfall, no casino. Some people might look at that as, I want to stay where there's no casino, depending on your Vegas experience. So again, why we can't tell people where you should stay. So the last of the bougie is the Waldorf Astoria. We've been to the bar there. We've never been there to stay. We had friends staying there recently, and they said it was fantastic. They loved it. Carlos decided he's going to be there for the next part, the south end.
Park MGM, New York, MGM Grand. Those are all right down on the end of Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yep, so right by T-Mobile.
If you're coming to town for something that's happening at T-Mobile Arena or the Park Theater, your best options are MGM, New York, or Park MGM. Now, Park MGM used to be Monte Carlo. Park MGM is a little bit of a anomaly here in Las Vegas because it is the only fully non-smoking property. Casino, every single room, restaurants, the entire property is non-smoking.
And they've remodeled everything. The rooms are remodeled recently. The whole casino has had a little makeover. It's a great place. There's some great places to get a drink, great places to eat over there. Crack Shack, and then just if you don't even grab anything at Italy, just walk through it for the smells. It's amazing. And it's right across from the park, which is connected to New York, which is another fun area to just hang out outside.
New York is great. New York is... It looks like New York City inside. I was born and raised in New York City, and it really takes me back to my childhood. You have the stoops, you have the old delis, pizza shops. It's really a fun time in there.
It's a fun casino. The rooms are smaller. The rooms are a little basic and older. But again, if you don't care about what your room looks like, that's a place to just, a fun location if you like being down in that area.
And New York, they have a brand new bridge that will take you right over to MGM Grand. It's massive. The rooms are massive. I mean, everything about it is classic Vegas, and it's right on that end of the strip.
Yeah. And then moving where we've stayed at these places, but they are a little further away from the rest of the strip. So again, if you're doing shows or you just like this area and you don't feel like exploring Las Vegas, staying down from Mandalay Bay, Delano, Luxor, and Excalibur, Tropicana, those are kind of off the beaten path a little bit. They're all connected with each other. But again, we've stayed there, but we don't typically seek that out because it is far to get to everywhere else.
And we're not going to sugarcoat it. If you're coming to Vegas on a budget, Excalibur, Luxor are going to be your best bets.
The rooms are hit and miss. We've stayed in like great remodeled rooms, and then we've seen reviews where people have said, I would never stay there again, it's disgusting. So our experience, it's just kind of been, I guess we've lucked out with the rooms that we've got there.
I do have to say though, on the plus side, for the gamblers, Excalibur, Luxor, you're going to find lower table limits. You are going to find them down there. So that's really depending, again, on what you're coming to Vegas for.
So as far as Tropicana, we've never stayed there. We hardly ever go in there, so we really can't speak to that or give it a fair overview, so we're going to pass on that one. One thing with Luxor and Excalibur, they are connected with Mandalay Bay and Delano, which Mandalay Bay and Delano are both very nice places, nice rooms, nice pool area, nice
huge
casino. Yeah, and there's a lot of like shopping and
Dining
places to
options.
eat
Yeah.
along the way. Do you have House of Blues?
Yeah.
And that's walkable to the Pinball Hall of Fame and the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. And moving to the other end of the strip, Carlos, they're not dog friendly down there, so we'll say goodbye to you, buddy.
Well, did you? I did.
So next to Mirage is Treasure Island. We have never stayed at Treasure Island. I don't see us ever staying at Treasure Island. Just the casino is not our
We're not going to
feel.
sugarcoat it. Treasure Island needs some work.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and you know, people love Treasure Island. I see stuff in different chat rooms where people have the best time in Treasure Island. My personal little opinion, it's not a really fun vibe in there. It's kind of low key. It's kind of smoky. I don't know. It's just really, it's a
hard pass. Another hard pass.
Yeah, that's a
would be,
pass for me.
Another hard pass would be across the street at, we have to say it because it's on the strip, Casino Royale, the Best Western.
Don't hate on us.
I love Casino. We've gambled at Casino Royale. White Castle's there. But
Fat Tuesdays is on the strip, is on Las Vegas Boulevard. There's always a line down the sidewalk.
There's cheap dining options there, but we've never seen the rooms. But we probably, to be honest, we probably never will.
Yeah.
So, and then past Casino Royale is the beautiful Venetian and Palazzo. That is a fantastic place to hang out. We've never stayed at the rooms, but
We've
look
eaten there.
nice.
We've gambled there. It's a fun time. Tons of dining options, gaming. It's massive. You have tons of restaurants, tons of gaming, entertainment, and you don't have to go outside.
Yeah, and then right across, you can actually cross a little bridge and be at the Wynn and the Encore. The Wynn, we've never stayed there before, but hopefully that changes soon because that place is now dog friendly, so Carlos can join us. And we love the Wynn. The Wynn is absolutely beautiful, classy. Their rooms look amazing online, and they've got some fun places to hang out. Right across the street from the Wynn, next to the Fashion Show Mall, is Resorts World. Now, Resorts World has 3 different properties to choose from, all Hilton, premium
Hilton,
properties.
Conrad, and Crockford's.
Yes, and they're all Hilton properties. And this place, just Resorts World, their dining options, their casino, it's amazing. So it's definitely, if you're not staying there, just check it out anyway. Moving on down the strip, now that we're gonna just throw it out there, we don't stay down there at all. We stayed at Circus Circus one time back May 31st, 2008, when we got married.
That was the best thing about that.
We had...
The best thing about staying at Circus Circus was that we got married while we were here because, again, it's just, I don't want to get sued, but Circus Circus needs some work. And I feel like they're going to do something there because Resorts World is right next to it. Resorts World is literally right next to Circus Circus. If you look out your window at Circus Circus, you're looking at Resorts World.
So we're hoping that they step it up. They apparently have a great fun kids area. We've not been because we don't have kids.
The Adventure Dome looks so much fun.
Yeah.
But I would never go there because the rooms were horrendous. I really hope that they do something.
Well, I hope the rooms have been improved since 2008, but I can't tell you if they have
You
or
guys
haven't
tell
because
us.
it's too far.
You guys
too far
tell us.
for us. In that same area, there is the Sahara that went to the SLS and now is Sahara again.
Yes.
That place is great casino. It's beautiful. They've got some great places to eat there. Magic Mike Live is actually going to be starting up there at the end of August. They moved from Hard Rock there, so they're going to have a top show there. So definitely more reason to go to that area. But it kind of sits out by itself.
Yes.
So that's why we don't spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, there's really nothing around it. So it's one of those properties where if you're going to be there, then plan on being there. It's big though. There's lots of restaurants. There's lots to do there on the property, but it's not like Center Strip, which again, we prefer because you can just walk to different places. If you're out there, you're just kind of out there. Hopefully that changes soon because there's a lot happening down on that end of the strip.
Yeah. And speaking of out there, the Strat. Don't let your eyes ever fool you like it did us one time. We walked from like the Wynn all the way down to the Stratosphere, thinking it's just right there because
We could
it
see
looks
it.
like
It's
it's
right there.
It's not. I'm just gonna save you the trouble, and that's not the best area to walk in at night either. But the Strat, they've remodeled their casino. They've got some great dining options in
Yep.
there.
Once you're in there, it's
Yeah.
actually a lot of fun.
It's nice. It's great. But it's kind of by itself. The
yeah.
one positive thing about the Strat is there's so many up and coming things in the end of the Arts District that's right there. Brewery Row is not far from the Strat. So there's different breweries there. If you're a
Lots
beer
of
lover,
local places.
Yeah.
That's the area between the Stratosphere and Fremont. Is really where locals hang out. There's karaoke. There's great locally owned family restaurants. There, like Christine said, there are breweries down there. There's so much to do that. Well, hey guys, we just gave you a ton of information, but you know what? There's still so much more. So we know you're gonna have questions. You're gonna wanna know about specific restaurants and concerts and hotels and rooms. Comment below. If you haven't already, like. What's not to like? All we're doing is sharing Vegas with you. Subscribe to our channel for more content. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you guys.